Hello all. In this video we will look at the launch of the new government campaign, Get Ready for Brexit. We will also be looking at how the BBC is reporting events over the weekend and into this very important week as the Commons returns from its break. From gov.uk, Get Ready for Brexit campaign launch. Today we are launching our new public information campaign, Get Ready for Brexit, which will run across television, social media, billboards and other platforms. Government research shows that only 50% of the population think it's likely the UK will leave the EU on the 31st of October. 42% of small to medium-sized businesses are unsure how they can get ready, and just 31% of the British public have looked into information on how to prepare for Brexit. The campaign will tackle this head-on by setting out what all members of the public and business owners might need to do, if anything, to get ready to leave the EU on the 31st of October. Audiences, including UK citizens intending to travel to Europe, and all exporters to the EU will be targeted, alongside groups requiring particular information, such as the equine industry and legal professions. Some of the key actions audiences need to take include acquiring an economic operator registration and identification number to export to the EU. Businesses that are VAT registered will automatically issued an EORI number, but micro businesses still need to register themselves. Obtaining the correct documents to transport goods at the border, and applying for the vital support packages available for businesses such as grants. Chancellor of the Duchy of Lancaster, Michael Gove, said ensuring an orderly Brexit is not only a matter of national importance, but a shared responsibility. This campaign will encourage the country to come together to get ready for Brexit on the 31st of October. Advertising, accompanied with targeted roadshows and events, will drive people to gov.uk, which has a new checker tool, so audiences can identify what they need to do to get ready for Brexit quickly. There will be how-to videos and step-by-step guides, so whether you are a small business owner, haulier or EU citizen residing in the UK, the actions you need to prepare will be clear and simple. So, you will be seeing these adverts from this point on. I have been on this website and completed it, and it looks like there's a lot of information and things I might need to think about myself. I will be going to have a closer look at this after the video, and it's going to include things like my passport, any mobile roaming changes that might happen, also the international driving permit, just to name a few. Okay, moving on to the BBC article on the 2nd of September. Headline, Tory MPs warned not to rebel against government, senior source from the Whip's office. So, MPs will this week seek to bring forward legislation against no deal in Parliament, with specific details expected to be outlined on Tuesday. But in a warning to Tory MPs thinking of supporting such efforts, a senior Conservative Whip's office source said any MP who failed to vote with the government would lose the party whip, meaning they would effectively be expelled from the party and would not be able to stand as a Conservative candidate in an election. The source said if Tory MPs fail to vote with the government on Tuesday, they will be destroying its negotiating position and handing control of Parliament to Jeremy Corbyn. Laura Koonsberg says senior sources in government are confirming that the plan was agreed by the Prime Minister and his enforcers, the party whips, at Chequers on Sunday. If Boris does this, he would be giving up the small majority he has. He was elected by the Tory party with a promise of sticking to his Brexit deadline. If MPs make that impossible this week, he may well choose instead to press the button on another campaign and go to the country. So, cranking up the pressure on Tory rebels at the start of this crucial week could create a convenient group of bogeymen who could be chucked out of the party and take the blame. Don't be surprised, she says, if by the end of the day, Number 10 has found another way of upping the pressure even further. Within days, we will know if the MPs who are opposed to leaving the EU without a deal can really do that. This is a big, powerful and diverse group, rather than a handful of experienced backbenchers doing their best to get huge numbers of MPs on side. But given Boris Johnson's main reason for success in the Tory leadership election was to leave the EU whatever it takes at the end of October, it's a pretty major goal for a group of backbenchers and opposition politicians. Former Justice Secretary David Gauke is one of the people who believes they may not have enough support. He told the BBC that there is no guarantee, even though he fears next week might be the last chance if Parliament is going to assert itself. But remember, this is not just about the Tory rebels, but the opposition parties too. Although the Labour leadership seems nailed on to back this effort, they can't be sure all of their MPs will follow that line. There are some Labour MPs who hate the idea of leaving the EU and no deal, but do not want to be seen to be part of stopping it happening or creating yet another delay. Can Labour MPs with constituencies that voted leave be persuaded to vote for this? It is thought that if more than 20 Labour MPs vote against or abstain when it comes to the votes, then the attempt overall will fail. There is also the simple question of whether there is enough time on the clock to get it done, including getting it through the House of Lords. There is the possibility of all-night sittings, and some MPs may try to insist they hold votes and debates all through the weekend to get it done. But there is also a sense in some parts of government that Number 10 might actually relish this fight. The Commons officially opens for business again on Tuesday, that's today, at 2:30, which was 1 hour ago. The strange political family fighting Mr. Johnson doesn't have much time to lose, and a huge argument to try and win. So, to sum up, get yourself over to gov.uk to find out if and how you may need to plan for Brexit. And in the next few days, we will be finding out just how much support the plan for legislating against no deal will get. Stay tuned as we follow this situation. Thank you for your time. Like, subscribe if you appreciate what we do. Hello all. In this